Sholaja. Starting with politics, governors under the aegis of Nigeria Governors Forum have offered to seed portions of the excess crude account and other funds to support the purchase of additional hardware for security forces to combat insecurity. Chairman of the Nigeria Governors Forum and Ekiti State Governor, Kaode Fayemi, said this while briefing the media on the outcome of an emergency meeting of the forum at the Aso Rock Villa in Abuja today. The meeting, which started on Wednesday night, lasted till the early hours of Thursday. Fayemi said, on their part, they are prepared to support the dedication of portions of the excess crude accounts, the National Resources Development Fund, and the Economic Stabilization Fund to providing the necessary equipment for the military and other security institutions to address immediately the impunity associated with all of the crimes and criminality that they highlighted at the meeting. The former governor of Ogun State, Otunba Gbenga Daniel, has registered to become a member of the ruling All Progressives Congress, APC. The former governor arrived Ward 13, Ishote polling unit, Shagamu, in company of his wife, Yeye Olufunke Daniel. The duo were received by the Chairman, Membership Registration and Revalidation Committee in Ogun State, Honorable Ademori Kuye, at the polling unit for the exercise. After due registration, the chairman of the party in Ishote Ward 13, Soji Olusegun, presented Otunba Gbenga Daniel and his wife with their cards. The registration confirms the membership of the former governor of Ogun State, Otunba Gbenga Daniel, as a bona fide member of the party. President Muhammadu Buhari has approved the appointment of Orji Ogbonna Orji as the Executive Secretary of the Nigerian Extractive Industries Transparency Initiative, NEITI. According to Willie Bassett, the Director of Information, Office of the Secretary to the Government of the Federation, Orji's appointment will last for 5 years, starting from Friday, 19 February 2021. Until the appointment, Dr. Orji Ogbonna Orji was the agency's Director of Communications and Advocacy. He began his career at the Federal Radio Corporation of Nigeria, FRCN, and also worked with United Nations Development Program, where Dr. Orji managed several donor-funded projects. The Federal Executive Council has granted approval for projects worth over 100 billion naira for various contract proposals presented by the Ministries of Works and Housing, Federal Capital Territory, and Water Resources. Giving details of the proceedings of the meeting, Minister of Works and Housing, Babatunde Fashola, disclosed that the 4 memoranda his ministry presented to the Federal Executive Council were approved, starting with the Benin-Ore-Ajebandele Road, particularly the section from Ajebandele to Shagamu. Council also approved the contract for the Akwanga-Kefi-Makurdi Highway. This is a subcontract within the contract. The Minister of the FCT, Malam Bello, disclosed that his ministry presented 5 memoranda, all of which were approved. And the Minister of Water Resources, Engineer Adamu, also said the 2 contracts presented by his ministry were approved. The Senate has asked President Muhammadu Buhari to declare a state of emergency on security without further delay. The Red Chamber made the call following a point of order by Senator Sani Musa, APC, Niger East, on the abduction of students and staff of the Government Science Secondary School in Kagara, Niger State, in the early hours of Wednesday. Musa said the terrorists who whisked their victims away were dressed in military uniforms. He said the actual number of students abducted was not known, but that the school had over 1,000 students. The senator said security agencies had explained that they were on the trail of the criminals. The Senate demanded the implementation of its ad hoc resolution on security and urged the combined team of military and police to set up an operation to destroy criminal camps across the country. Some communities in Gumana Ward or Shiroro local government area of Niger State have been attacked by gunmen again, as the state is still battling with the kidnapping of some students at Kagara's school. Sarkin Zuma, Bakin Kogi, Siyeko, and other adjoining villages were yesterday evening invaded by gunmen who stormed the villages in the large numbers. The operation, which lasted for hours, was said to have recorded some casualties, but that could not be immediately verified. Concerned Shirolo youth, Sani Koki, said some died, while others who sustained various degrees of gunshot injuries were rushed to various health facilities for medical attention. He said scores of others were also abducted and taken to unknown destinations. The National Agency for Food and Drug Administration and Control, NAFDAC, has approved the use of AstraZeneca vaccine for use in Nigeria. Its Director General, Professor Mojisola Adeyeye, said on Thursday. With this, Nigeria stands in a better position in the ongoing battle against the infection of coronavirus pandemic among the global community. It was reported that AstraZeneca vaccine was recently approved by the World Health Organization for emergency use to curtail the spread of COVID-19. Adeyeye, at a press conference in Abuja, said NAFDAC got the dossier of the vaccine a week ago, and the Seriki Fulani Abeokuta Alhaji Muhammad Kabir has disclaimed the insinuation in some section of the media that some Fulani herdsmen were killed in Ogun State, claiming it is false and not a true representation of unity and peaceful coexistence.
A comment on Ogun herders farmers clashes, second Fulani. My attention has been drawn to insinuation credited to me in the media that 23 Fulani persons were killed during the recent crisis between herders and farmers in Yewa, North Local Government area of Ogun State. The publication was purportedly drawn from the comment I made at the stakeholders parley convened by Ogun State government yesterday, Tuesday, 16 February 2021, in an effort to seek a lasting solution to the crisis. I make bold to say that the remark was taken out of context. I was emphatic at the parley that there should be unity, peace, and healthy cohabitation among the various ethnic groups in the state, as we have always had. I also thank the Governor, President Abiodun, for his timely intervention that not only saved the situation but prevented further losses of lives and property on both sides. Killing, no matter the circumstance, are distasteful and can never be a solution to the issues at hand. We do not have further aggressive and already tense situation by pandering to ethnic sentiments. Various ethnic nationalities have been living as one for centuries with mutual respect for one another, and we will continue in the manners as agreed.
That was the Seriki Fulani in Abeokuta. The Ogun State government has called on residents, especially the vulnerable, to take advantage of the free health services provided in all primary health centers across the state. This admonition was given by the Commissioner for Health, Dr. Tommy Coker, while supervising the ongoing registration of vulnerable under the Basic Health Insurance Provision Fund in Orile Itesi within Odeda local government area of the state. The state government had, in the last few weeks, commenced the registration of 1,000 vulnerables in each of the 20 local government areas of the state into the Basic Health Provision Fund.
In the infrastructure, in equipping, and also we've started to recruit healthcare workers into these PHCs. So with that investment, it would be a shame for us not to utilize all the resources that have been provided for us. So I'd like to encourage all Ogun State citizens to endeavor to use the PHC nearest to them for childbirth, for care of their children, immunization, for minor ailments like hypertension, diabetes, headache, malaria. These things will be provided for. There are drugs. We've made drugs available in these primary healthcare centers.
Lamenting the low patronage of the primary health centers in different locations of the state, she said that such attitude would have negative effect on the purpose of the free health services. The commissioner said the investment of the present administration in upgrading the health centers should not be underutilized, pointing out that all efforts put in place were geared towards making healthcare accessible to all within a short distance. Appreciating the present administration for its huge investment in the health sector, the Olu of Itese, Oba Olayinka Adeniyi, affirmed that his subjects will not take government effort for granted. Ms. Adetutu Ifeoluwa Seriki, a graduate of the Moshood Abiola Polytechnic, Abeokuta, and an ex-Oyo court member, has been honored with some other court members by President Muhammadu Buhari for her outstanding performance during the one-year youth service program in year 2020. Ifeoluwa was one of the 110 ex-corpers President Muhammadu Buhari offered automatic employment into the Federal Civil Service and scholarship for the pursuit of postgraduate studies up to the doctoral level in any choice of university in Nigeria and cash prizes. Presenting the award to the State Commissioner for Education, Science and Technology, Ms. Seriki, a computer science graduate from the institution, attributes her success to God. She said she just wanted to do the little she could to better the lot of the community. Goodwill and consistency to achieve the honorary award. Arid Babu pointed out that the state government would always be ready to associate with young ones in the state who have chosen to distinguish themselves with notable achievements, such as the one by Ms. Adetutu Seriki.
Distinguish yourself amongst your peers during the service year, and I'm particularly happy that a female student, a female graduate. I want to commend you, and I want you to see it as the beginning of many more good things to come to you. And I pray that Almighty God also will bless you. This award is just a tip of the iceberg, and I'm sure that apart from the worldly reward like this, there's also the spiritual one, which actually awaits us. So I want to congratulate you. I want to congratulate the management of Moshood Abiola Polytechnic.
In his welcome address, the acting rector of Mapoli, Dr. Adeoye Odedeyi, highlighted some of the projects embarked upon by the awardee, such as digging of modern well for the school, mending of collapsed parts of the school fence, fixing of a new gate for the school, providing uniforms and sandals to students, and donation of food items and toiletries to an orphanage. As the current administration continues to pay priority attention to the implementation of various social welfare and well-being programs, mechanism must be put in place to provide access to efficient credit facilities, which is the essence for revamping the Ogun State Agricultural and Multipurpose Credit Agency. Deputy Governor of Ogun State, Engineer NYSC Salako Iyedele, made this known while declaring open an induction and capacity development training for board members and key officers of Ogun State Agricultural and Multipurpose Credit Agency at Obas Complex, Okemoso, Abeokuta. Matthew Shomi reports.
In a bid to achieve the goals of implementation of social welfare programs, the current administration decided to revamp the Ogun State Agricultural and Multipurpose Credit Agency, and the essence of this training is to develop officers' capacity and prepare them for the task ahead. Ogun State Deputy Governor, Engineer NYSC Salako Iyedele, revealed that access to loans and credit facilities is central to development of a virile economy and creation of opportunities for people to achieve prosperity.
The mission of this administration is to create an enduring economic development environment and individual prosperity for the people of Ogun State. There's a lot of work going on at the top end of industry and business, but we all know that we have to take care of the bottom of the pyramid as well.
Commissioner for Agriculture, Dr. Adiola Odedino, said investment in agriculture remains a good avenue to open up the economy and create more opportunities for people to make a good living, which OSAMCA has been set up to promote, and praise the government for revamping the agency and repositioning it for better performance.
We have also registered more than 80% of the industry who want to use agriculture to prosper. And when you ask them, especially those who are practicing that, what do you want from the government? They tell you, why? We need mechanization with the tractor, the other one is what? Money. Without cost. So credit linkage is an integral part of the goal of this government.
Commissioner for Industry, Trade and Investment, Mrs. Kikelemo Olunge, said the training will go a long way in helping the government to realize its goals for creating and re-energizing the agency.
The mandate of the agency is to alleviate poverty and promote employment generation through the growth and development of economic activities in the state.
Chairman of Ogun State Agricultural and Multipurpose Credit Agency, Honorable Abayomi Hunye, assured that the agency is ready to serve the state better.
Since the adoption of office, alongside our team members, we have continued to brainstorm and do all necessary background work to prepare the ground for the smooth operations of the agency.
The training then went into a technical session. Matthew Shomi, OGTV News.
Engaging in various forms of social media in a routine activity that has shown over time to benefit children and adolescents by enhancing communication, social connection, and even technical skills. Social media offers multiple daily opportunities as well as serve as a common ground to explore among the young ones. In this special report, Margaret Okunlola takes a look at prospects and challenges of children exposure to social media. Her report.
As the society becomes more reliant on the World Wide Web, the use of social media among the young ones is undeniably a common activity in the present world, as it is a portal for entertainment and communication. Respondents who spoke with OGTV said the internet provides benefits in the areas of cognitive and social development for children.
Social media has helped make dissemination of information faster and easier. Social media helps to educate, inform, and even entertain.
The children can gain a lot from it, and they have been gaining a lot from it, provided they have the right atmosphere, they have the ambience, and they have the guidance, and they have the parental control.
They, however, pointed out the risk of internet addiction of children, which is diagnosed to be several emotional and social phobia due to their limited capacity for self-regulation and susceptibility to peer pressure. According to them, other problems associated with social media awareness include internet addiction, sleep deprivation, distraction, isolation, loss of concentration, among others.
The effect of social media on children mentally and psychologically cannot be overemphasized, neither can we downplay it. A lot of children have become depressed, a lot of children have lost their way because of what are being shown out there on the social media. Some even become suicidal. There are some things that children have learned on social media that have resulted in great harm.
For children, it can bring about unethical behavior. There is moral decadence or moral decay. You see a lot of examples of rape on the increase. They are sexual predators on the social media.
They urged parents, teachers, and guardians to painstakingly be at alert by monitoring the websites their children visit and their online conversations, follow their children's online accounts in order to help them keep safe.
It requires the eagle eyes of the parents to make sure that the sites they go to, whatever they do with their social media gadgets, Android or whatever, or phones, is monitored by the parents and controlled by the parents, and you guide them so that they can get the best out of it.
Once you introduce social media, start with them, educate them, let them know the good things about social media, let them know the bad things about social media.
They called on all stakeholders to join hands with government in its efforts at protecting the environment, public health, and safety. Margaret Okunlola, OGTV News.
Thank you, Margaret. And now to the U.S. state of Texas, where nearly 7 million people have been told to boil tap water before consuming it after a deadly winter storm caused power blackouts at treatment facilities. The huge storm sweeping across the southern U.S. has killed at least 21 people and left millions without power. Texas has seen widespread blackouts. Freezing temperatures have also caused water pipes to burst, despite attempts by some homeowners to insulate them from the cold using blankets. The state's energy grid has been overwhelmed by a surge in demand as people try to keep warm in some of the coldest temperatures. Serena Williams left the Australian Open news conference in tears after a semi-final defeat by Naomi Osaka. The American great saw her latest bid for a record equaling 24th Grand Slam title ended by Japan's three-time major champion Osaka, who won 6-3, 6-4. She gave the crowd inside Rod Laver Arena a long wave goodbye with a hand over her heart, leading to questions about the 39-year-old's future. Williams became tearful when she asked a further question about her enforced errors against Osaka. She has been aiming to equal Margaret Court's major record since a return from maternity leave in 2018. Dignity of labor has to be our national duty. It has to be a part of our nature. You can now watch us live on these platforms: Apple, Roku, Facebook, and Android devices. You can also watch live on OGTV website, www.ogtv.com.ng/live, or email info@ogtv.com.ng. And that brings us to the end of the news at 2. Many thanks for watching. Good afternoon.